Welcome to Endeavor House Ministries. I'm David Andrews. The house behind me is for men. Just down the road is Angie's Place, a recovery house for women, opening up in a few months, early next year. Endeavor House Ministries, the people who come through these doors are not coming here on a winning streak, but what they find once they're here is nothing short of a miracle.
I was self-medicating mental illness and chronic pain, and then caught up in the addiction. And I didn't want to be on the streets. I was holding a sign on the corner of Penn and Mount Hope to fund my habit.
I lost my kids and was running around homeless. You know, I was bouncing back and forth from couch to couch and just doing what I could. And, you know, I just finally got to that point when it was just too much.
Alcohol. I got into some trouble and got a DUI, and I wanted to relocate, get away from that situation, find a place that could get me sober and get me closer to God.
I had just gotten my second DUI. Really didn't want to be around too much longer. A family friend told me about this place, and sort of out of the blue, someone I really didn't talk to that much, and came here, and now I have hope again.
Not only did I realize I suffered from drugs and alcohol, but I suffer from sin, things that prevents me from growing. Whether it be gambling, sex addiction.
Well, first of all, Endeavor House has given me a group of people to associate to that had the same hang-ups and problems that I had and that I have, and that, you know, there's security here. You don't have to worry about being in the streets, homeless, and great group of guys. You know, everybody bends over backwards basically to help each other.
The Endeavor House is a place where I met God. I met God here. And drugs and alcohol is not the only thing I can do wrong. So being here is teaching me a lot about how to depend more on God.
It's people who have been there before here, and it's coming from a place of love, I would say.
It's a brotherhood here for sure. You know, we all got that accountability together. We're all going through the same thing together. You know, we all have different life struggles, but you know, we're all still here in the fight together.
My goal is to help others like the Endeavor House has helped me.
I've been walking with the Lord for a while, but I wouldn't have been able to get back into a relationship with Him if it wasn't for Endeavor House. For, everything from the accountability in my early days, you know, fearing that if I were to use it, they would drug test and I would get kicked out and stuff. And the classes, the programming, just the structure.
What really worked for here that doesn't work for rehabs is like, rehabs, you're in there for 30 days, you get out, you have the same problems you did when you got in there. While you're here, you have a whole year to decide what you want to do with your life, to catch up financially, to really set a good ground for you so you can hit the ground running when you get out of here. You know what you like to do sober, you learn who you are sober while you're here, and that's a huge help. Because I've been to rehabs before and gotten out after 30 days and just been like, okay, now what?
Even if we help one person, but it's more. It's so many more than just one person. And the incredible success stories that leave out of here and go on to the community and flourish and become more, and then they help others. There's no way to really put any kind of dynamic or number on that. I'm in awe of what happens here and then what goes out into the community because of it.
And it's such an important mission, and everybody's concerned with people, particularly today. Under these stressful times, so many people are turning to medicate themselves with the stressors and other issues in their lives, that we need to get the word out. And I know everybody talks about how they want to help and they have all these different ideas, but the reality is we have it right here. And we really just need the support and frankly, the finances to keep it going. We're so blessed that now we are able to open a women's house, and the women are sorely underserved in this community. So we are beginning to expand, but we need to do so much more because the problem is so much bigger than any of us. So if we could all come together and those that can support us financially, we're willing to roll up our sleeves and do the groundwork.
We've been talking about a women's house for 7 or 8 years, and that was one of the real strong visions of of Okie Manning, one of our co-founders. And it caught on a lot with the rest of us that were involved in leadership. But we've been talking about it for a long time, and for about 4 years we've been going hard after it, really pursuing various locations with various tie-ins with other people and all of that sort of stuff. We've had a women's staff kind of in place for 2 years or more. And so we're intending to hit the ground running as soon as the house that we now know is going to be Angie's place is opened up to us, and we can get in there and do just a little bit of remodeling and then bring in the ladies,
Everybody knows someone who's either affected by addiction or suffering from it and wants help and needs help. I get calls probably 3 to 4 times a week, women who are wondering when the house is open. They need someplace right now. So the need is great, and we just don't have the resources in this town that we need for women. There are not enough resources. There are just not enough. It's great to go to treatment centers and rehabilitation centers, but insurance, only allows you to do that so much, only covers so much. And there are only so many facilities that will accept women that have addiction issues and really help them, mentor them, give them hope. Really, so I feel like Angie's house is a place of hope.
So when I first came into recovery, I would go to meetings and I would be one of just a couple women in a whole group of men, so there weren't a whole lot of people for me to reach out to. Luckily there were a few, and I was able to find those people and get help. But, we really need to remove that stigma and make it okay to ask for help, and make it, okay for women and to feel safe looking for help.
To get the word out that we exist and that it's in a beautiful structure like this, and all of the needs are met. Everything that people need is available to them here, and it's just an amazing opportunity to set aside a year of your life to work on yourself and work on your relationship with God and develop that kind of relationship that does keep you sober, does give you a purpose in life, does help you to get down the road and feel like you're accomplishing something besides just surviving from one day to the next.
Things that have come to fruition in my life, just the amazing miracles, between starting my own business, getting married, starting a family, things like that would have never been possible without the program of recovery and other people helping me. And if I can help people to, get to a place like that, it gives me purpose.
It's so fulfilling for me to watch someone's life change and be part of that. So, what is really exciting for me is to be a mentor and to see how someone's life can go from completely hopeless to fulfilling and being a productive member of society, and because that's my story. So I just want to share that there's hope. Like I've been there, I know what I've lived it, so I get to share that hope with other women.
I would say that lives are being changed. God is using this place to change people's lives, to turn them around, put them on a path that's going to lead to accomplishing the purpose to which He's called them. my philosophy of ministry, really for my 40 years in ministry, has been to see people reach their fullest potential, their fullest human potential in Jesus Christ. And if we can accomplish that here, then that we can check that box. that's something that we can feel good about, and hopefully the entire community can feel good about that, because those people are going to go out from here and instead of being a drain on the community, they'll be contributors to the community.
I mean, God, Jesus Christ, and Him risen is the key component that changes everything. There are plenty of situations that are transitional houses, and I don't speak ill of them. They have a place on the food chain. But I know personally, and you know that I'm a recovering man, so what changed the difference, or made the difference for me, is when I put God in His rightful spot, things happen. That's what we really rely on most here, for Him to come and do what only He can do. It's not me, Pastor Dave, so much as it is Him, and Him working in and through us to achieve those purposes.
The transformation people go through at Endeavor House Ministries is truly remarkable. They find their salvation, they find their sobriety. They create a new relationship with themselves, with their families, and with their Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And with your help, Endeavor House Ministries will be able to continue its mission for years to come. God bless.